Hello, this is Star Dragon. Welcome back to another video of Genshin Impact here. So before we get into the video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell side, and you won't miss any more of my latest video like this one. And I'm going to try to keep it kind of a little bit short in a way because my friend's coming over in less than an hour. So yeah, after you come, I won't have time to do it no more. So anyway, we're going to get to this video here. So we're going to be talking about a new character here. They're going to be called Heizou. He's actually a Tendero Commission at a Tendero Commission here in Zuma. So he's basically he's a young prodigy detective, which is from Tendero Commission. He has sharp sense and his ear thought is all clear. So he's let's say he's very cunning in a way too. Not like Yao Miko, but yes, he is good. So if you have not seen the live stream 2.8 part 2, then yeah, I recommend go check it out. So his stat progression here, so when you ascend him, he's actually increased the anima bonus damage. His attack is not that very strong in a way though, but near way his attack still goes scale up with his elemental damage anyway, because that's how it works for all characters. And I don't know why this shows out of nowhere. Yeah, so he's increased more of anima damage bonus. His attack talent here, Fusho style martial arts. So normal attack will do a 5-fist uppercut empower his mighty wind, doing anima damage. So he's just going to deal a anima damage with a fist attack. He's more in the martial artist way. So he's more like a melee, elemental melee damage guy. So that's how he is. Charge attack here will consume a certain amount of stamina before then after that he will perform a sweeper strike that deal anima damage. His punch attack, like any other mage though, when you jump up on the ground, slam down on the ground, doing elemental AoE damage, which is going to be anima. His elemental skill here is going to be a Heartstopper strike here. When you tap it, he will launch a Heartstopper strike onto an opponent to deal an anima damage. But when you hold it down, it will charge up. I don't know how long it will charge, but I just do know it's like when you finish up charging, it will deal a even stronger blow and attack strike forward to deal an anima damage. You can let go anytime you want, but there's still a limit you can go. I think it's like 2 seconds until you doesn't let go. That's what it looked like during the all the other video I take a look at already. Cooldown it's gonna be 10 seconds. But he also gained a, I guess you're going to say a Descendant, because I don't know how we actually pronounce it. So his Descendant power Heartstopper will strike in a maximum 4 stacks. So he will gain 4 stacks of those every time he uses it. But he will actually gain more after that. So what it actually does, like, it's just going to make a Heartstopper strike, the next attack is stronger and have a larger AoE damage. So that's how the way it works. I will actually go through it and how can you stack up 4 when it hits cooldown like 10 seconds? I will explain that why. And the Descendant won't go away now until after a minute. So in this elemental burst here called a Wind Muster Kick. Wind Muster Kick is just basically you're going to jump up in the air and do a Fusho style attack vacuum and just attack an opponent. So when your opponent, just to deal an AoE damage to an opponent, when your opponent is affected by a Heizou, Pyro, Cryo, or Electro, the effect will accumulate to the Wind Muster Kick and will perform more damage with regard to an elemental type. It can affect up to maximum 4 opponent. And that is true damage though, because if an opponent is affected by any other elements, Heizou, Pyro, Cryo, Electro, then it will actually perform more damage. That's a true damage right there. But it will not work on anima or geo, just to let you guys know. If you guys do it on geo, it's just going to have crystallization, that's all. And if you do it on anima damage, it's not going to do anything at all. You're just wasting your time. But in a way, they still deal damage. And on regards to attack, or unless you're doing it against the Heizou on the anima slime, then that's a problem. Anyway, his passive talent here. The first one, the pre-existing guilt, is going to decrease the party numbers and stamina consumption by 20%. When you run, you will run last longer when he's on the field. Well, in the party, I mean. Second passive talent, third, sorry, Dex practice, I would have to say. When Heizou here activates his forward reaction on the field, you will gain a descendant 1% stack for a heart stopper strike. It actually can trigger every 1.1 seconds. So that's why I'm saying for the heart stopper strike, he can stack up to 4 times. And this one actually a very good one. He can actually stack easily when you cause a 4 damage. And I'll actually go through an artifact which one you need to do too. And the third passive talent here, when the Heartstopper strike hits an opponent, all party members will increase their elemental mastery by 80 for 10 seconds. That also includes himself too. And that's why I'm saying elemental mastery is important to him this time, because he is a mage and he will need a lot of elemental mastery. And I will go through that. Concentration level 1, not very much of a deal. Just the only thing he does is when after 5 seconds he takes on the field, he will increase his normal attack speed will increase by 15%, and you also gain 1% stack for a heart special strike, but only can trigger every 10 seconds. Attach Constellation level 2 here. I wouldn't say it'd be anything better too, but when using one solar trickle will actually create a kick enhancement. Duration will increase by 1 second. This will actually make it last a little bit longer, but I don't think it's a big of a deal. Constellation level 3 is also not big of a deal too. It just increases the level of Heartstopper strike. To be honest with you guys, if you guys are trying to increase the level of talent materials and using it up to upgrade the level, it only can go up to 10. So like for example, they increase this Heartstopper strike here, the third constellation. You can't upgrade it to past 10, not until you upgrade this constellation. So that's one of the stuff I'm saying. You have to increase it. You have to have that constellation unlocked before you can upgrade more than that. You can upgrade all to max of 15 only, no more higher than that. Which I learned that the hard way when I tried to upgrade Kushi Shinobu. So constellation level 4 here. Only thing it just does is like when he uses elemental burst, he's just going to regenerate like 9 elemental energy for himself. But in a way though, he only needs like 40 energy in order to use it anyway. So it's not much of a deal. It's just an increase more, but there's still a way to counter that. So I don't think it's a big of a deal to me, in my opinion. Constellation level 5 here is just increasing unlocking his talent and for an elemental burst by 3. But you can upgrade it to 15. But the Incinerate, you only can upgrade to 10 unless you already unlock it. Then it will upgrade 3 more, then you can upgrade 2 more. So that's how it works. If you have it to 10. Or Constellation level 6 here, which is also a final one, I think everyone will like. Every descendant stack you will have on him, it will increase his critical rate by 4%. And also increase his Heartstopper strike critical damage by 32%. That's descending how much you have on there. But you can stack up to 4, that will time that by 4 then. That's how much you can do. So in a way, let's see the artifact. Hang on guys. Okay, so artifacts here. I recommend using those four pieces of elemental damage. So here the 4 pieces. Here the artifacts that you should use. 2 pieces here will increase the ammo damage by 50%. 4 pieces here will increase the score damage by 60%, and also it also decrease their elemental resistance for element infused by 4 damage by 40% for 10 seconds, which is actually pretty useful. That's why I'm recommending using the 4 pieces for him. That's because he will deal a lot more damage in the way that you're going to use it right now. And that's why we're going to be talking about the artifacts too, and artifact stats here. So artifact stats, that's what we 4 pieces of that, and now what kind of stack or main stack you should use on him. So you already know a flower, and the flowers already have max like main stack HP. Flower is going to be, well, it's not flower, but feather is going to be main stack. It's going to be attack. So for both though, for substacks, have elemental mastery in there at least, so then it can deal damage. For stand of time here, you're going to need is elemental mastery on him. Yeah, just get elemental mastery. Why not, right? For a cup here, the cup you can get near one of them, like elemental mastery or animal bonus damage. One of those will be good. I recommend having anima bonus damage because you're going to be using the heart stopper striker like momentarily anyway, right? So that could work. If you don't want to, if you like to spam more his elemental burst rather than using his elemental skill, elemental mastery would be your best choice. The crown here, you can go for any of these like elemental mastery, critical rate, critical damage. Neither one of those will work for you. I would go for critical damage, but in a way it's still up to you. You guys, if you spam more elemental skill or elemental burst, elemental mastery would be a bet, but I still go for quick damage because it's still going to skill with your elemental damage anyway. For quick damage, you guys had not known that yet. I found out when I'm playing a lot. Now let's see what kind of weapon would be best for him to use. So you can start out with the Emerald Ore Magic Guy, but this one you can actually craft in a shop, in a blacksmith. If you have a blueprint for it called Mathomir, it's actually the same type of book that you actually can use for Lisa. So I recommend having that kind of book for him to use because what it's actually going to do is like when you trigger elemental reaction, you gain 8% of elemental bonus damage for 10 seconds, maximum of 2 stacks. That's actually really good. I really like that. It also increased elemental mastery. I say one of the best it can get. But if you guys have a 5-star you can use, so you can just use a Skyward Atlas. That's a 5-star weapon book you can use. Which is also a weapon for you can actually use for him too. That actually can work. So let's talk about the team comm now. So team comm can work for him either way because he's just like, come on, he doesn't even need that much energy. He only needs like 40 energy in order to use his elemental burst. If you do want to increase it like faster, you can use Sucrose, you can use Venti or any other anima character because it will increase with it. So he would either way he will gain to very fast enough to in order to gain up his energy reach. He will actually gain fast enough to get the elemental burst back up before the cooldown even be finished going up there. So that's all I have for you guys for today. So if you guys did enjoy this video, go ahead and hit the like button there, and if you are new, hit the subscribe, and I will actually bring more video up there, and I am going to roll for him, to be honest with you guys. And in my next video, I am going to explain like all these things. I'm checking on all. I look on YouTube and I actually found something traumatic going on here. I actually supposed to suspect that people know learn better, but I guess they haven't. So it's just about like a game or this game is a rip off from this game. I'm not going to play. I recommend viewers don't play baloney. I'm going to actually be doing that video in my next video. So I hope you guys are going to be checking out my next video. Make sure to hit subscribe, and I'd recommend you checking my next video. Alright? So I'll catch you guys in my next video, man. Peace out, y'all.